Hey, I keep hitting like the knuckle parts of my finger on my ring. I notice it's only one because I kind of take it off sometimes. It got kind of dry. I think the weather here has been unkind to my skin this year. And I didn't think like, oh, ring, not that big of a deal. No, there was like some dryness going on, so I had to remove it to kind of make sure it gets some air. And then I dropped the other. I just got it on Amazon. Okay, don't worry. So anyway, how you been? It's that time again. It's the Wednesday, and as you can see here, what the heck? Oh my gosh, hold on. I have a phone call. Please excuse me. Hello? Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. It's just my stupid doctor's appointment. They're wanting to confirm some informations. I'm like, "Ugh, yeah, of all times to do that, thank you." So I'm not distracted at all. Okay, so anyway, sorry about that. And I thought it was an actual person or whatever. No, the stupid automated crap. And it had like they called yesterday, but I saw the area code. It has nothing to do with my local area code. So I was like, hang up. And then they left a voicemail. I was like, oh shoot. But then the same number called just now, and then they were like, oh, make sure you do the pre-registration blah blah blahs and call us again. And, like, I have to call again. See, if you've watched my live streams long enough, or you've known me long enough ish, I don't like making these goddamn phone calls, okay? I'm not very fond of that because I hate having to jump through hoops. Then turns out, oh, I used the wrong number, but no, I screen capped that freaking number. And so I have to, but it's not even the local area codes. I don't understand, but whatever. And so, yeah, distracted the hell out of me. It's almost 3 minutes distracted the hell out of me. And so, yeah, I have some progress of the card art that I mentioned in the title that I am returning to. And I have been doing Black Myth Wukong stuff, card arts recently, before this stuff. However, I don't know why. I think I was kind of tired and overwhelmed with some things going on in the background and was irking the hell out of me. And I'm also not looking forward to these appointments because I don't pay as much insurance, they expect me to pay more. And I'm all like, I can't win with you jerks. And so they always freaking scare you to buy health insurance in case shit happens. And if I was in my 20s and 30s, I'd be like, nah. But now I'm not. I have to be like, well, you don't want to, shell out 50,000 bananas because you didn't want insurance, and now you have to pay in full out of pocket. I'm like, oh my God, you guys. There's so many stories out there on YouTube about how, like, I've wasted my life. I've worked so hard and I got nothing to show for it. There's so many videos of that I've noticed, and I should not have clicked on one because once I do, they all show up. And what does this have to do with Black Myth Wukong? Nothing. So I'm sorry. Hey, thanks for showing up, guys. So yeah, I have, oh my God, that stupid phone call. This is the Destined one in the non-pure armor sets, or well, I try to put as much detail as I can, but I think I messed up on this freaking dragon. And then this one looks smaller, but I think I can kind of I still have a grace period of trying to hide my mistakes because I made a lot. But I do like how this is going on. As long as this is fine, then whatever I do, well, I can kind of fix it. Thankfully, there's like a shadowy area and very few lighted areas, so I can maybe hide my mistakes somehow. I don't know if I'll do it now, in a bit. We'll see. And then they have the weasel but there was some sort of meme. I'm not sure if it's a Chinese meme or I think it's a Chinese meme because they had him, the Weasel boss in chapter 2, as a hamster, and they all left. And so they didn't like this guy. But I was like, what's wrong with him? He's so cute. It would have been really funny and cool if they had like the bosses as little tiny hamsters. It would have cracked me up. And then the editor was laughing about this for a long while. He's like, oh, it's so tiny, and saying, let me help you. And he's like this tiny little furball trying to help the destined one in his tiny little itty bitty size. But they do have a figurine or a little mini statue of this, and I need it in my life at this point. But I think because we looked at it during China, before Chinese New Year happened, they had like these ridiculous waiting periods. I'm not sure if they're custom painted, but even still, if the painting's not good, I could probably take a stab at it. From what I remember, it's about $70, but the price varies depending on which seller you get it from. But yeah, I definitely want this figurine. If I ever find it, I need to get it. And then the rest is, this is old. Oh, sorry, it's upside down. So this is Mount My Own. I was supposed to, I think I'll just leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I wish I did better. It's not much. I do want to paint Mount My Own because that's in the province where both my parents are from. So I guess it does have sentimental value, but at the same time, it's more for my parents rather than myself. But I can appreciate the majestic of the majestics, Mount My Own in the, is it Legazpi area? But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to tweak some colors here and there. And then this is just a meme I thought was kind of funny. I think I saw this dog in a shape of a corn dog, and I don't know, I was just like laughing at it for a solid 5 minutes. I almost thought about extending this more with extra cards, but then I decided, you know what? I don't want to do too much of that. It could have been funny, and I could use up 2 more cards because I have to fill out here and here, and I'm like, you know what? Never mind. Let's just leave this alone. Maybe if it was a larger version, like I made this, like this area would be the face, and then I extended a bit longer with like 4 more cards. That would be an idea, but yeah. So I may most likely work on this guy. I think these 3 are done basically, except this one needs little eye shinies and a little bit more lighting on the fur, on the rounded parts. And then I did finally get around to Jubajia, but the coloring is kind of off. So this is my pet peeve with painting sometimes. I can never get the exact colors the way I see the original reference for. Annoys the hell out of me, but I will try what I can. Otherwise, I may have to go rogue and do my own thing, whatever the heck that is. I don't know yet. And then this was from like my birthday, and I never got around to finishing as far as this, but I do like the pose. I do like, I never heard his actual name. Just that reference from that watermelon side quest. They just called him the chubby boy that jumped after a watermelon. I was like, that's it. Chubby boy. I'm gonna take that. So I just been calling him chubby boy ever since, because he is. So I may also work on these here and there, but I need to find the reference for this one. This one I found, but I just that skin color, or fur color rather, kind of bothers me. And I still have some other cards, but I, for some reason, cannot find the rest of these cards. Oh, sorry, I have a friend, but usually with friends, I let them slide. But people I'm like total strangers or people I don't really care about, I'd be like, stop talking to me. I know I have that ongoing joke with my editor, but that's only because I live with him. So there is that. So I got things to do. And before camera, let's cooperate, please. Before I continue, I do have a micro haul. I bought more than this. What fell? Goodness gracious. It's okay. I have 50th anniversary tape. So, come on, camera. Can we cooperate, please? I want to show things. So, Daiso is one of my obsessions. I have like micro obsessions, and these are one of them. So I do have obsessions for stickers. Should I show a haul of my sticker collection? It's not as big as some girls, because I've seen on eBay like mounds upon mounds and mounds and mounds of stickers and loose leaf stationery paper. I cannot compete, but that's not to say I don't have a lot. So this is another kind of message card. It's not paper. I mean, it's kind of thick paper in a way, but I have this. I think I bought this already, but I forgot where I put it. But I bought another one because I'm insane. And then this, I think it's also kind of a message card, but it's as a sticker. So I thought that was kind of, come on, camera. What is this? What is this setup here? So I have another kind of message sort of card, but it's a sticker instead. So I could custom add certain things, and you don't want me doing that to you because if I am too much of a hammy ham person and try to joke with you, you're going to get something weird on your message card. So while I do lament sometimes that, oh, I don't have friends, which I have seen on YouTube, by the way, there's so many. I'm middle-aged and I have no friends and I'm okay with it. And I'm like, girl, you're not okay with it. Why would you post it online? If you're okay with it, you don't post all that stuff. Come on. Why do people not learn? Anyway, yeah, if I was like a good friend of you and we can joke around, I may put some ratchet stuff on your message card. So maybe it's a good thing I don't have friends nearby. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, I would like to try almost all of these. Oh, this one's, oh, and there's this one. Oh my gosh, come on. What is with you, camera? Do you want to retire early and I get a new camera? I totally can do that. And I forgot about this one. This one is another kind of message card, but they mentioned it's for a message board. I don't know what that is. I don't have such things. I'm like message board. What's a message board? Does anyone know? Is it those stupid things they tell women to do to, you know, vent and relax their minds and have positive vibes, to do a vision board? Oh my God. Anyone who uses the word vision, it makes me want to gag. Vision board. I have a vision that I need to use a bathroom. So anyway, I'm going to try one of these cards and then I'll do Black Myth Wukong. It's already 12 minutes. I'm wasting y'all time. Okay, let's see. So there's a different kind. Oh, okay. So they have like stickers in the back so you could put it on said message, blah. But I'm not going to do that because I don't even know what that is. And then they show the different kinds. What is this? Goodness gracious. So I have different variations of these. I was originally going to work on this because it's a bigger size, but get out of here, you. I'm trying to not curse and I'm failing. So we have this. We have, oh, these are even, I like the gold little embellishments. Those are really cute. And they have the freaking petal. Oh, that's okay. I can't decide now. Shoot. So I have this. Aw, this one's pretty too. Damn it. Okay. It'd be nice to have that whole film. I'm like, oh, which one should I pick? Should I pick this one or this one? That's kind of cute. I'm like, this one. I am. Can you see there are some perks and not so great perks about being raised around brothers sometimes? It's like, oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So decisions, damn it. I know. And then guys don't like that. I see that online a lot. Like, why can't you be feminine? And a lot of people keep using the words demure without actually knowing the term. You know, you have Google, you know, you have a freaking book that has a definition for demure and they keep using it wrong. I don't know. But anyway, okay. Oh, I thought this, why is it cut off here? That's stupid. And then I'm gonna go with either this one and this one. So let's test these suckers out because I feel bad when I waste time. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay, so pencil. My kingdom for a pencil. Where are you? Okay, so no, that doesn't even have anything. I just had a pencil, damn it. Do I have to stand up? You're not missing much, but I have to stand up. Okay, I have a pencil. Oh my gosh, this is from Japantown when I was obsessed with buying their stationery and their stuff was a lot cheaper. Then I stopped and much regret because everything there is crazy expensive now. And I'm like, well, no, there's some okay within affordability, but then you want to stockpile, and that's my downfall sometimes. So, yeah, let me find a reference to draw from because I have been hoarding references like crazy. You know what? I'm going to draw nice meowers. I have a neighbor. He's very naked, and it's a cat, so don't worry. I am correct. He is a naked cat. I mean, not naked. He's just, he or she. A friend confirmed that that's a girl, but I was like, but why does he have balls? And I can't tell because the fur placement is, and they show pictures of, how to tell if your cat is a boy or a girl. And I'm like, but they look like balls. So anyway, I don't want to call it an it. I just call it nice meowers or my naked neighbor. Or like after a while, I haven't seen nice meowers for a while, and then turns like, oh, my naked neighbor is back, and I put that in stories, and then I come up with names with random animals I see outside that I see for like a duration of a few days, to like orange meowers. I think I posted a real shorts on that and stories. I don't have a good picture of him today. What the heck? I thought I had. He doesn't like looking at my face. He or she. I'm not sure. Maybe that one. That's kind of cute. I have several others, but this cat is one of those photogenic cats that make amazing pictures no matter what they do. They can be licking themselves in public and it's still cute, I don't recommend some people doing that, okay? So anyway, never mind. I don't want to show because I don't have to worry about it showing my location. I did mention it's a neighbor cat. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, I have to draw from here, and gosh, this angle is weird. Can I put this here? Oh my goodness gracious! I have to put my poo stand. I wish I was kidding. I have a literal poo stand. It's very useful. Okay, I need to put it here. And then I put it here. Okay, that's a lot better. That helps. And I don't want to show all of that. And I'm not going to do the entire. I'll just do like a kind of, like a little portrait on a flower. Oh my gosh. Sorry for that call. That one's out of my control. I don't like that stuff. And I cannot edit that out because I'm on a live stream. I know. I should do actual videos, but I don't like doing them. And then they get mad at you for not being like everyone else. Like, why can't you do the videos? You're supposed to be a YouTuber and blah, blah, blah. Because I'm like, I don't want to. There's people complaining about, it takes me 16 hours, 18 hours, 25 hours to get a legit video. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of time, okay? I don't have that kind of time. It seems like it now, but off camera, no. Gosh. My God, I just remembered just now I was supposed to buy some things for my kid's school and I freaking forgot. I only meant to get toothpaste and other things, and then I was like, I should get some other things. And then turns out, maybe I should not have to have gotten those things at all. But then here we are. Okay, I did a little off. I've been meaning to draw nice meowers, but his gorgeous appearance intimidates me. I wonder if I can make it pink too, because I do have that other card art where I'm supposed to make everything pink no matter what the subject matter is. That's actually a pretty cool thing to do. I also have other cards. My God, I'm gonna be making cards for the rest of my life apparently, because I bought so many. It's insane. Oh wait, I think I just remembered. This is one of the cards. Is this the same card? No, it's not. Okay, so it's totally different. Okay, that's a relief. I thought I bought the exact same thing because sometimes they have repeat items. All right. Yay. Okay, I got a new card after all. So I have another series, another separate pink series. I'm like, okay. Problem is I need more pink ink because apparently I don't have that much. I'm so used to drawing in black ink that I did make a low-key micro challenge in one of my sketchbooks to use other inks besides black, and I think I lost. I did not. I held on pretty long, surprisingly, but no. This is probably not very good. 19 minutes already? Shoot. Okay. I'm so glad I got back to card art, though, because I've been stockpiling on cards. It's really embarrassing. And I was like, when am I going to use them? I need to use them. Otherwise, I need to like give them away or something. Because if I don't use them and it's just like stockpiled craft supplies and I don't use them at all, they just pile up all over the place. And I need to be careful with that kind of habit. Because I do see some hoarder tendencies and even literal hoarders who have craft supplies and like there's potential and they never use them. It's so easy to turn into that because then you can like, oh, I have purpose for this, I just don't know what to use it for, and then several years pass and I'm like, I need to not do that. It's really awful. That's why some of the projects I'm trying to get back to, like needle felting, because I have been hoarding felted wool and I need to actually do that. I also need to give away some as gifts or give them to friends, or I know I'm supposed to sell them, but sometimes if they're really good, I don't want to. I'm like, I spent all this time making this, not to give it to some stranger. Like, dang it. But that's what it is for sale, making sales. Okay, so this is not good. His face is going to be kind of squashed in. Sorry, nice meowers. Please don't take offense to my interpretation of you. Little chicken nugget. Okay. Funny enough, he likes the crinkling bag of snacks, and he tried to jump into my shopping bag when I had KFC inside. It's so weird. I was like, no. I mean, it's tempting to feed someone else's cat, but it's not your pet, so leave it alone. Respect its boundaries. Okay, so I messed up here. Where's Eraser? Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Get out, dog. Okay, here's a brief intermission. Okay, that's a lot better. He is a fan of the chubby boy, apparently. Okay, so there is hope. All right, get on out of here, you little schnookums. Okay, so we have somewhat of a face, and he has a little bit of chub here. You can't have tea right now, sir. It's mine. Okay, so that's enough of that mess. All right, so that's kind of cute. Aw. And then this one, shoot, I don't know. Good question. Oh, shoot, I need to do a little screen cap. Because sometimes if I don't make a screen cap, I can't find, and the image is like so far away from the front. I have to like, oh, shoot. Another image. There's a dog. I don't care for a dog. There's a Pomeranian. There's Patrick. Nah, it's okay. I want cute things on here. Maybe Panda. There's a llama, but I don't care for the llama. Maybe Panda. Okay. Oh no, it's a GIF. Dang it. Okay, so shoot. I have the hamster. I have a puppy. Oh my god. This is a problem with having so many references, you don't know which one to pick. Oh, goodness. And I did that pose already. Maybe this one, because he wants... This problem is it's kind of big. I have to make it a little bit small. Good luck with that. Okay. This character is the polar bear from Shirokuma's Cafe. It's an anime and also a manga. I thought it was initially quite funny, and there are some cute characters like the anteater and the sloth. Yeah, I like the anteater. He tries to be so threatening and badass, but he's just an anteater. It was really cute. It was like a little one. But yeah, I think the ones who stand are the main characters, the penguin, the polar bear, and the panda. And it's a pretty entertaining anime, but after a while it gets a little repetitive with their little antics, and so you're like, okay, because I never finished it. I also want to actually get back to Konjiki no Gash Bell or Zatch Bell. I think they're gonna continue the story. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. And I didn't care for the arts. It's kind of weird looking, but when I watched it, I think I just watched it on a whim. It's pretty funny. I was like, what the hell is this? And I was entertained, but after a while it got a little bit long. Like there's like over 100 episodes the last time I checked. It's probably a lot more now. But I was like having a fun time watching that stuff. And one of my favorite characters is not, I don't think it's a canon character from the manga. I think it's just a side filler character, but that was my favorite character. It was like this cat called Nyaru Rato or something. And it was this cute cat. He lost the battle and he had to go back to the demon world, but at least he's not dead. At least he's not dead. But I was like, oh, I liked him. He was really cute. And then the girl who had him was so sad because she had no family. I think her family died or something. I was like, geez, they lay it on thick with the drama in anime sometimes. But I had fun watching it regardless. It gets a little bit too dramatic. There's a lot of crying from the main characters. It's like, okay, yeah, you're crying. All right, well, let's get on with the story, please. And then they have their coming of age scenario and trying to be strong and powerful and try to regain Gash Bell's memories from, oh my god, this one doesn't look good. He looks like a man. He's not supposed to look like a man. I need to make the eyes further apart, I think. And his nose is probably a little big. Oh my god, this is looking worse. Why did I? Okay, so I have to lower this and make the hat a little bigger. And then he has braids. But I'm going to just do this first and then add the detail later. Like, what the heck? Why is it? Oh, I think because I didn't make it wide enough. Oh my god, I forgot this polar bear is quite wide. And then he has a neck somewhere. I'm not good at making descriptions, but here we are. Okay, so he has this, and he has hair, and he wants to be pretty. Nothing wrong with that. It's okay for males to want to feel pretty too. I know, like, there's this really toxic subculture of people wanting men to be strong and brave and not express their feelings, but then when they don't express their feelings, that messes them up. It messes anyone up if you repress your thoughts and feelings, you know. Like they want to be supportive for women, but what about the men's, you know? And it's not like, oh, you're a pick me, you have to say, like, no, it's because everyone has times in their life where they need some actual emotional support. And if you can't provide that, I'm like, why are you with that person? And even if you're not good at saying things, because that's my problem, I'm not good at being a consolation, like there. Same time though, it's okay to, I guess there's hugs. Hugs are fine. And and then just also, if you know you can't say things well, just be quiet. Don't say anything to mess things up. Because sometimes there are those people that say really stupid things, especially like during, say, the tragic loss of a loved one, and then they say stupid ass things. It's like, why did you open your mouth? If you can't say anything nice, shut the hell up, you know? But some people think, like, I need to have sound. I need to have some kind of, like, no, you don't. Be quiet, lady or sir, you know? But sometimes, oh my gosh, I have another friend messaging me. That's fine. That's fine. It's like, oh, you're so popular. No, I'm not. Online is one thing, but in real life, I don't have friends. Or if I do, it's like they got lives and I don't want to bother them, you know? Oh gosh, I messed up this one so much. Oh Lord, okay, so he looks a lot better now. That's good. That's a relief. Okay, so I need to fix that nose. It looks like a mustache, but yeah, that's the polar bear. And the thing is, I have to make everything in pink, so I need to have pink ink. Thankfully, I have one. Yay. Oh, thank God I found this one. I did. I forgot if this bleeds when I put paint on it. I totally forgot, but we'll find out eventually. I do have the Micron pink pen, but I forgot where I put it. Okay, so I'll draw oh gosh, already 29 minutes. I was supposed to be continuing this. So I'll draw this one because this one's easier. This one's going to give me a hard time. So if you want a place that has completed work, this is not the place for you. Okay. because I have so many projects, it's insane. And I'm like, why do you do this to yourself? You don't even have, it's not like your work. It's because I like them. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have a problem with that, that's a you problem. Yeah. Putz. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, it's a bit too bright, but what I usually do to kind of make it a little darker is to have some brown. Oh, I do. Nice. Okay. Oh, this is one of the pens oh my gosh. I have extra dirty brushes. I don't know if you could see my thumbnail at the time, but I am slowly but surely trying to clean up these freaking brushes. I stockpiled a lot by accident. Usually I just, oh, new brush. Oh, new brush. It's all dirty. Get a new one. Get a new one. And I am overdue to cleaning them up. And I found some on this side by accident. Lovely. So anyway, where the hell did I just put that brown? You dork. Thankfully, I have another, wait, I have another brown. I don't know if that one works. This one's kind of old. Where's that other pen? Dummy. Oh, well. So sometimes if I want some darker colors, I would put some brown because it's more of a neutral tone. So that's what I try to do. I'm not an official art major because I was always late to the wait period, like the registration classes. They're always, the good ones are always in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. But most of the stuff I do, I either found on tutorials, or I just practice, or I get micro help from my older siblings. And that was like when I was in high school. And high school was a long time ago. So that's why I do say I am self-taught most of the time. I did most of the things I find online. And if some people's like mentioning, that's not what self-taught is. Self-taught is, but like, shut up. My God. Why do people talk like that? It's like, geez, like, why do you have to be right all the time? That's the downside about internets. They always want to be right. And you just say, okay, fine, you're right. Now what? Congratulations, you win nothing. A bunch of strangers pat you on the back, and it's not in real life. So who really wins here, you know? So anyway, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing. Okay. Okay, so he's barely touching the border, but that's fine. I think. Okay, so, okay, I did this right. Yeah, I like this cat. It's a cute cat. But sometimes this cat has this tendency to want to provide fan service. And by fan service is this cat just rolls around and wants pets on his tummy. He wants scratches, and then he likes it. But then there are just times where he just lies there by the parked cars and doesn't want to deal with you. And he just stares at you like, I'm not going there, but I'm going to look at you because I acknowledge your presence, but I'm not going to go towards you. All right. And so we just stare at him for a few minutes. I take pictures from a distance, and then I tell my kid, because my kid wants to pet the cat, and he's all like, oh, I want to pet the cat. And I'm all like, well, if he's not in a good mood, we can't force him. Okay. And we can't just go into someone's driveway and start petting him like it's our pet. Like, can we have a cat? I'm like, that's another thing. I'm allergic to cats. This cat is an exception. It lumbers around outdoors, so there's a lot of ventilation, obviously. So I take advantage of that, and I'm fine. But then if you want to have a cat, it's going to stay in the house, and I can't have that. So I cannot be a cat lady, even if I wanted to. But with the cat outside, it's a lot more forgiving. It's not my cat. It's not going to cause dander in the house. And that's fine. It's a little sad, but I'll accept it. But how I have allergies, it's usually after a 30 to 45 minute period of you're fine. But after 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how severe the dander cat hair is, it's really bad. Like, I don't miss it. Like, it's a watery, boogery, sneezing mess, and it's not fun for me at all. And it's like, oh, just take medicine. It doesn't work sometimes, especially if it's quite severe. And so I cannot be around cats for a long period of time. So, yep, I can't be a crazy cat lady even if I wanted to. Dogs are another thing, but I because my dad was a veterinarian, I would get like sometimes free pets from clients who can't have pets at the house or they're moving away. And so we would have like a surprising amount of dogs and cats at the clinic. And it was fun to have, but sooner or later you learn about mortality, and there was a lot of mortality with the pets. Sometimes it was long term, sometimes it was short term, like, stuff happens. And so I don't want to trigger certain emotions, but at the same time, it is what it is. So I think after my last dog passed away in 2016, he was quite old. I did not want to have pets anymore. It's too much heartbreak. I don't like the concept like, oh, we can just get another pet. I'm like, I really don't want to do that because I did that before. And I'm like, I can't, my heart can't take it anymore. But recently my family wants to have pets. And I'm like, are you going to take care of it? Because I already know what happens. The mom takes care of the pets. And even the mom may not want the pet. But at least I like animals. But at the same time, there's a lot more rules now. And it's like, ew. And there's pet insurance. I didn't know that was a thing. And yeah, I'm like, oh God, sheesh, it's like another child. And I guess people take to heart, it's like another child. And they have strollers for these cats. And they have, what else? They have quinceañeras, I can't pronounce, but yeah, they have those for pets. They have birthday parties for pets. They have, they're called cat parents, or, dog parents, cat parents, I don't know, fur babies. There's all these terminologies I did not grow up with when I had pets. And by the time like I have no pets, there's all these new terms and stuff. And I'm like, oh God. And then there's every so often I look at these cute animals, and then you look in the comments. I should really not look at comments. They go on about, oh, I'd rather have a dog or a cat than a child. Oh, they say that's how I think that they sound like in real life. To make myself feel better. And so I'm like, then there's some videos of how pets get into everything and anything and cost thousands of dollars, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars sometimes, especially if they get into expensive luxury goods, or they ate a whole turkey. Like, or, there's a lot of property damage, and they eat your important research papers. They get into your shoes. They get into your purses. And you can't do much because they're just animals, So I don't miss those times. I did have a few instances, but thankfully they're not like they got into my Gucci outfits. But I have those. Oh my God. Oh, I did not take it out. That's what happened. So, paintbrush. Yeah, there's always something to deal with when you're taking care of a living creature, a living person. There's all these pros and cons. You have to accept that. But there's so much, I'm going to say this, propaganda about child free. You have to be child free. Don't you want to be child free? Then later on down the line, I regret not having kids. I'm like, oh my God. There are some circumstances. I know that it's okay to not have kids. You have reasons. Usually very severe reasons. But then there are just people like, I don't want kids. Why? I don't want them. I'm like, all right then. And it is within, people within reasons. Plus it's like a cultural thing to some degree, societal thing that they mention. Well, you may change your mind. And people hate when they say that, but it is true. People have changed their mind. So they're not saying this out of just to poke and prod at you. People have changed their minds before. And sometimes they have accidents. And then some of them, oh gosh, there's so many stories out there about people not wanting kids, or they think they want kids and they haven't. They're like, oh my God, what is this fresh hell? And I'm like, geez, it's only a few months. Because that baby phase, when they're babies, it goes away so fast. I think because I've been around nieces and nephews, I'm not super overwhelmed with oh my God, I don't have that problem. What I have problems with are people who don't help me. And they're like, that's your kid. Like, well, I don't want to, throw more people into the bus. But at the same time, it's like, ooh. And then there's people that try to give you unsolicited advice or touch your belly. That's kind of annoying. But at the same time, at least you don't know these people too well. But I think it's usually within your family that is a problem. because they like to start stuff and you can't do anything, supposedly. Okay, so this does bleed a little bit, but I think I will use that to my advantage because I do want a little bit of a watercolor look to it. One of my things I try to do is to make acrylic paint look like watercolor. And I know you can do that with gouache, but I don't care for gouache that much. And I do have gouache paints, but I'm like, ugh. Plus, I heard you need some kind of something to preserve the longevity of the gouache paint. I was like, what? You have to do that too? Oh, jeez. That sucks. So I kind of have been resistant to using gouache paints recently. So sometimes if it does bleed like this with the ink, you try to take advantage of that. If it goes in your favor, freaking use it. I know sometimes people like, oh, discouragement. I can't. This is not what I want. But hey, if you have that knowledge that, okay, this is what's going to happen, try to take advantage of that, which is what I try to do. And it seems to be pretty effective right now because I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to have like a kind of a washed out watercolor look, and that would be kind of great. Oh, there's people watching. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was going on this little tangent about child-free people causing a ruckus about things. It's just, I need to stop watching stuff. And plus, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a whole bunch of end of days, things are going to happen, but we don't know what, aliens and this and that. And you need to accept your Lord and Savior, blah, blah, insert deity here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man. You'd be surprised how many people are quite impressionable, especially with the internet, believing, having things for people to like, oh, this is gospel, I need to believe it. And I'm like, you don't have to believe the things that you see online, Please don't take things that you see in front of you at face value. Which is hard because sometimes they used to say, do research. They do research and there's a bunch of quacks saying weird things. And then it's like, and a lot of them are saying similar things. Like, who do you believe sometimes, But sometimes I feel like, yeah, we do need a common sense class because now that there's internet, a lot of people cannot determine whether or not they should take. And it's okay to admit, oh, this is not correct. Oh, I made a mistake. It's okay to be like that. But some people don't want to have the shame of being wrong. So sometimes they double down and cause a ruckus. And I'm like, oh my God, what's with people? It's okay to make mistakes. But I think especially in certain cultures, especially Asian cultures, they don't like mistakes. And if you effed up, they'll remind you time and time again and try to ruin your life. And they will never forgive the error of your ways, even if it's like, dude, just calm the hell down. I heard about that news about that young actress. If you know who, that little girl who grew up to be like 24 years old. And yep, if you know, you know. That's so sad. Like, I don't understand that kind of culture. I did go to South Korea and I noticed it's more with older people. I'm so glad I never stuck around long enough to be introduced to the netizens of South Korea. I'm like, my God, like, why? It's so extreme. Like, okay, I made a mistake, but no, they take it upon themselves to ruin this poor girl's life, and other celebrities too that make mistakes. It's like, and it's not even a mistake sometimes. It's like, I fell in love, and online people don't like that. I was like, oh, what is this? At least here in the US, while there is some kooky things happening, at least you can fall in love, even if they have fallen in love 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever times and have several baby daddies, and that's their choice. It's gross sometimes, but that's their choice. But in South Korea, like even one time, and it looks like they can be a good pair. No. And then the concept of anti-fans. Oh my God, that's insane. Who knows what anti-fans are? Those who follow a celebrity for the sake of hating on them. And they get quite extreme. Like, they'll follow this person to their really hidden house. They will dox them, not just them, but their family, their friends that know them personally on social media. And then most of the time, they don't even get punished for what they do. I'm like, they should go to jail. They won't, because being anonymous online saves their butt most of the time. It's like, jeez, man. I think they need to tackle down on that stuff. There's a whole bunch of things. I watched South Korean documentaries where they really do address, but also, I mean, they're trying, but I feel like for how long? How many people have to suffer for them to get to the dang point of we need to fix something here? And I can't say, oh, why are you criticizing? What about the U.S.? Oh my God, there's another thing about the U.S. There's people fleeing the country now, more so than usual. And I think I mentioned a while ago that I was sending a package to a really cool friend of mine. And then while I was getting my stuff processed, there's a bunch of people filing for passports. They're trying to apply for their passport applications. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're wanting to travel. I don't know if that's because they want to travel. I didn't ask any of them, or they're trying to move, or I don't know. That was kind of interesting to see that a whole bunch of people are suddenly interested in getting a passport. Usually that's not a very common thing. Usually it's like, oh, one or two people. Oh, I tried to go as a walk-in, but they don't allow it. I just found that out too. And they try to meet up with the people at the post office. But now there's like a whole bunch of small families gathering outside and forming a line behind me of getting their applications filled out. And I was like, oh, okay. Have fun with that, I guess. And then, yeah, it's kind of weird seeing that all of a sudden. Well, maybe it isn't an all of a sudden sort of thing. 46 minutes. Okay. Well, can I give it another, maybe green? Nah, wait. Let's see how it looks like, and then, nah, I want it all pink and some browns. I'll just change, fudge. Okay. Actually, I can go a little darker, because this is a kind of like a bleh. I don't like it when it feels like it's just one color, but you're gonna have red eyes. Someone has pink eye. Okay. That's gross. Okay. I just need to make it a little darker. I could use brown, but I'm like, let's not do that right now. And then some highlight here. Is there? No, oh, it's in the shadows, but I'm not going to do that right now. I still have to put some kind of thing. Okay, it's not looking well. Oh, well. It's okay. I'm not crying at all. I demand perfection. Okay, not really. Sometimes things just don't work out, and I have to, like, accept it and try to... Oh, gosh, I'm making it worse. But it's actually in the shadow, but I'm trying to avoid doing that because I don't want it. I don't want you. That's so mean to say. Okay, maybe I could try again. See if I could. Okay, it's not looking good. I'll just leave it as is. And 48 minutes. I haven't even done Black Myth Wukong. Maybe I can hang around a little longer. I don't know. That's what I got so far. It looks like he has like a comb over on his forehead, but that's fine. That's fine. I need to let this dry and then I can continue on again. But yeah, shoot. Sorry. The glare, you can't tell very well. I have to fix it off camera. So this is like the first draft. This always happens where it does not always look good. That's fine. I'll live. Okay, so this guy here. So yeah, this is 3 cards together, as you can see with my lovely engineering skills. I'm so stupid, I swear. Anyway. Where is that picture? Let me see if I can find it. As much as I want to be creative with my poses and stuff, with this kind of art, I'm not good enough. I don't think I am. And it's like, ugh, this is difficult. But it looks so much fun to try to paint and stuff. So I can't help but try. It's an addiction. Okay, not really. Wait, what color is, okay, so it is a light sort of thing. I need to use the paint brushes I just cleaned. I don't want to do that, but I have to. Where are they? Where? Okay. This one? Oh my god, this one's kind of ugly. Okay, whatever. All right. I need to stop ranting about things, but I just don't like when sometimes, oh my god, why is there hair? When there's people that are impressionable and then they try to tell me things about having your soul saved. I'm like, okay, what are you doing? Stop it. But I know it comes from a good place. At the same time, though, I've encountered people who try to save my soul. And by that, I mean, like, I used to work with people that want to convert religions and stuff in a small town. And it's like, ugh, do you want to hear that kind of story? Let me know. I don't know. I also don't want to talk bad about people because it's like, well, I don't want people talking bad about me. But sometimes these people were doing things that were in other countries considered breaking the law. And I cannot stand for that. And I try not to get involved in such shenanigans because, like, I'm working. I don't want to have it somehow in my international record that I'm causing drama or causing, social strife or whatever because I have an opinion about religion and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I need to leave that alone. But these people they know that it was wrong, but they said it's our right to show people the error of their ways or something. Like they were definitely on their high horse about this stuff. And the things I heard them say, I did not like very much. And I just stayed away. Like, it's not my business at this point. I just want to work and clock out and just mind my own dang business. That's all I had to do. And that's all I ended up doing, which is it saved me so much trouble in the end. Because I don't like that stuff. Like, if they want to believe in things, let them find out on their own time and within their own reason. Don't just sneak in ideas into their head for your own personal weird ass agenda. That's so annoying. I hate that stuff. Like, leave them alone. If they want to join a religion, that's fine. If they have reasons to not want to join a religion, that's fine too. I feel like people are insane sometimes. And I just try to stay away from the chaos, and then the chaos finds me anyway. But it could be much worse, I guess. Well, I did write notes as to what the heck I'm going to talk about, and then I'm so off. Okay, I did talk about end of day stuff. Yeah, they keep talking about that crap. Like they mentioned, oh, Antarctica is not just some place of snow and ice. There's a hidden civilization. Aliens live underwater. Like I'm like, what is? I watch it just because let's see what they got. And it's like a bunch of AI images and some random person. I have no idea who it is talking about such things. I'm like, what the hell? Like, at least give concrete evidence. But now that there's AI all over the place, you can't really know what is real and what is not. And it's like, I just scroll up. That's all I can do. But it does get in your head to some degree, especially when you see a lot of them, especially if you hang around too long on some of these reels and they think, oh, this is the content this person wants. Give her more. And that's what they do. Also on YouTube, they do that, especially like I mentioned earlier, middle-aged people who wasted their lives and they think they're a loser. That's okay. So someone in one of their titles admitted that they think they are a loser for wasting their life doing stuff. And then that's like, now what do I do? Or they say, I am middle-aged, I have no friends, and I am okay with it. I'm like, are you really? Like, why would you post that? If you're okay with it, you don't have to post that. But I think they want to post it for people who are kind of unsure, like whether or not it's normal or okay to not have friends. Because some people online, I think I also saw something similar on Threads that they mentioned. I just realized I have 0 friends. At most I have my wife and my child or whatever. There's similar stories like that. And then people try to fix the problem. They say, fix the problem. And they say, oh, that's a red flag. You need to get out. You need to touch grass. I hate when people start saying touch grass. I'm like, here's what my interpretation of touch grass is. I pick up a big lump of grass with dirt at the end and there's grass at the top and I hurl it at that person's face. Like is that what you mean? because that's annoying. Because I think people don't realize, like, maybe the living area that they have, there's people that they don't think they can relate to. I have that sometimes. Okay, most of the time. And like, I want to get along, and I can be polite, I can be cordial, but at the same time, it's kind of in passing. It's not really like I'm making a genuine connection. And I think some people misconstrue connections with being horny. Because I notice they use certain keywords and then they're in a bad relationship, or that weird concept of situationship, and they bring up like, define connection. What do you mean? They don't define it most of the time. They just say connection. Like, is that the connection you're talking about in terms of the bedroom, or what? Like, what are you talking about? And so I just like, I'm so tired of it. And that's the one thing. If you click on one of those dang videos, a large slew of other similar sounding videos start popping up in your feed. The editor has a similar situation where he clicked on a gamer girl's video just to see, like, oh, a girl playing games. Let's see what's that. And then it's like, I don't even know which video it was, but that's basically, he just sees one very briefly. Then he stops, and then he gets an influx of a bunch of gamer girl content. And he's like, they just show up and I end up watching. Like, you don't have to watch it. Just press not interested. He's like, I can't figure it out why. It's like, you've been on YouTube for a long time. You can't figure out why that is. Like, oh my God. Like, they just show up. Like, they don't show up magically, okay? That's because you clicked on one video several months ago. Now they won't stop giving it to you. Like, oh my God. Like, why do I have to teach people things? It's annoying. Okay, so this area is very dark. Yes, it is quite dark, but not totally dark. So I probably have to use this guy, but it's kind of a dark gray. Yeah, I think, well, I don't know if you heard, wait, did I mention on Livestream? I forgot, but I mentioned somewhere, either here or on Instagram, that this is basically me trying to hype myself up for a possible regular size painting of the Destined one with the Chapter 6 armor, but I am quite intimidated. I might even consider doing the armor I currently have my character in. He is in the Bull King Horn, or the Bull King's armor. And while it is so much stronger, I miss doing Perfect Dodge. Or the one where he's the Yaksha King armor. I like that one a bit more. But especially when you're in Chapter 5, you kind of need it. And several things that protect you from fiery things. Same time, though, it's kind of tiring to keep switching armors for this and that. But thankfully, they don't have too many armor. But the other thing is, a lot of them look really cool. And I was like, oh, I want to draw some of these. They look fun. Like the one with the pig, the one with the insects, the one, I don't know what else is there, but they look definitely a lot of fun to try to paint. And I want in on that. Because there's already a bunch of fan art for Black Myth Wukong. Like, man, they drew it so fast. And I'm like, I'm slow. I can't do it. It's intimidating, because it is. And I don't have that much time. What I do now for this, it's like, yeah, on camera, it's fine. But off camera, I do other things. I have to clean up. I have to do errands. I have to pick up my kid, make dinner, wash dishes, clean up, do laundry. You know, see, it's not like I just lounge around and do nothing, you know. I think people like to interpret that with, I even nowadays they bash on housewives for all they do is lie around and watch TV and their stories, you know. Like, God, if that were the case, I would so do it, but I can't. I always have to keep doing something. It's annoying. And then turns out I forget something. Oh my God, I forgot something this morning for my kid, and we were almost late for school. I was mortified. But I was also tired. But I also caught up on sleep, which is a godsend. But then I forgot something. Thankfully, we were not late, but it was a good thing I caught it on time. Oh my God. I hate when I forget things. It terrifies me to no end. Like I mentioned, I wish I can do those talks where you just talk only about art. I have no interest. It's not like I hate doing art, but talking about it is totally different for me. I think people assume because you're artist, you have to live, breathe, and talk about nothing but art. And I have encountered some people who are like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Am I supposed to sound like that? Like, is there a criteria on what it takes to be and sound like an artiste? And I'm like, I don't know. And so how I sound like sometimes sounds very disingenuous to some people, like, oh, she doesn't take art seriously like I do, you know? And it's like, no, I just have a different interpretation. I can only do what I can afford to do, you know? But it's, I'm glad I can do what I can do. And it's a lot of fun for me. And it seriously saves me a lot of mental chaos sometimes because there's just some stuff in my head. I'm so tired. But this seriously is a definite lovely breather from it all, I guess. And it's I get something nice in the end. I think that's cool. I think I'm cool. Oh my god. No, I'm not. I wish I think growing up I wanted to be cool, but I realized maybe I'm not that cool. Or if they do think so, that's great. I'm so happy that they thought that far of me in that manner, but I honestly don't think I'm cool. I just go through the motions, hope that whatever I say and do, it does connect, it makes sense, and I don't make a total butt of myself in open public. It's not like I go around acting weird, like dance as if no one's watching. Oh my god, if I ever encounter someone like that, I bolt the hell out. Like, okay, I don't have to be here. And so I would just, yeah, that's me. I just go somewhere else if there's too much chaos happening and I don't want to get involved. Did I mention, I think I mentioned a while ago, but I can talk about it again. Did I ever mention I got pepper sprayed? Not directly, but it was like, how do you call it? Like, there was a target person that this person pepper sprayed, but me and several other people were surrounding this person they were targeting. And it was like two stupid teens or two stupid 20-year-old somethings. They're within that age range. And one of them was chasing the other person. It was a guy chasing down a girl outside of a Walgreens in downtown. And he pepper sprayed her straight in the face. And the backlash of the spray hit several people, myself included. And it freaked me out because I never been pepper sprayed before. And yeah, I have that experience. I got pepper sprayed. Not directly, but it was a lot. That person, he emptied that spray on that girl's face. So whatever I was feeling, she felt it 1,000 times worse because it was a lot, but it freaked me out because I'm like, oh my god, oh shit. And some people got even more than me. So what I got was like a few splashes, but it still hurt. It still stung. And so I was panicking. I rushed into that Walgreens they came out of. I wasn't asking for help. I just need somewhere to just calm down and wait for the after effects to subside. And it thankfully did. And thankfully I did not panic because I never got hit with pepper spray. Like, who would want to pepper spray this? You know, shut up. So yeah, I have very weird random experiences, that being one of them. And I was like, what? I'd rather talk about that kind of stuff than art things, because I did take art history classes. I was bored to tears. Some people love it. I have siblings that love art history, and they like learning about cubism and impressionism and realism and abstract law. And I'm like, that was me in one of my classes, sad to say, and I got a B. So anyway, I don't clown on those who do enjoy those. It's just, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to. I can't. But hey, it's totally fine if you like that stuff. That's cool. Just don't talk to me about that. If you're gonna ask me about my interpretation of what piece, I'm like, it looks nice. So yeah, I'm not the art friend, fancy schmancy art friend that you want. But hey man, if you want to talk about art things, that's fine too. Just I'm not gonna be very talkative about. I'll let you talk. You can enjoy hearing the sound of your own voice. That's fine. Just don't take it into the 1 hour mark. That's a bit selfish. Anyway. Oh, there's 3 people. Hi, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I didn't notice because I was looking down. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish I can do like things related to my content that's popular, like the Journey to the West thing, that weird monkey alien movie. I think I watched most of it, but it was so odd. But that monkey does look very similar to the Monkey King slash the Destined One. But I think that was just like an inside joke, not so much, oh, that is the Monkey King. Um, I forgot the whole story, but it was basically an alien coming to Earth. I think he tried to destroy Earth, but then he needed a body, and he, I think, absorbed something from the a local animal, which happened to be a monkey. And I don't know. And then he encountered some Chinese guys, and I think he got them. Those guys got the monkey drunk, and it was just a whole bunch of chaos. I don't understand it myself, but it was. I don't know, the editor liked that movie more than I did, but I did see some kind of merit as to, oh, this is sort of similar kind of to the Journey to the West. We could throw that in there. So some of the things I post also involves things that are somewhat similar to Journey to the West or Black Myth. Well, it's not directly. It's just some inspiration, some influence, nothing super like, oh, this is directly from Game Science. No, it's not. Okay, just to be clear. And then, oh my God. I'm messing up. I'm sorry. Okay. It's not that bad. It's just I say things in my head to make myself feel better. Like, who doesn't? I recommend it. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, some parts have a lot more light than others, and I have to try to add that in there, and I'm like not doing a good job. It's an hour, 6 minutes already? Oh, shoot. Okay. I think for this year, I need to try to not complain so much about art things and not being part of the art community, because I already know. I don't need to be like repeating myself multiple times. Like, okay, let's accept it now. Let's do something else. So I'm going to try my best not to bring that stuff. But I think if there's other related things that the art community does, and I catch it on YouTube or on Threads or on Shorts or even Reels, then maybe I can bring it up if it's something new. But for the most part, I don't want to keep talking about that crap. It's kind of annoying after a while. Like, we can't keep beating that dead horse, you know. What else did I write about? Card art, cherry blossom. Yeah, I did that. I did all my listings. Now I gotta come up with something else. Good luck with that. No, I don't like how I'm gonna have to draw over these lines again. Fun fact. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Plus, some parts I didn't like anyway. It was kind of rough. So that's the downside about drawing on acrylic paint. I know I'm supposed to use paint and fine paintbrushes, but I'm not that good, and my paintbrushes are not my friend, and I also don't take care of them. I know. It's annoying, but here we are. Okay, so this one is that. That one is a little bit here. And this one is, okay, yeah, I hella screwed up. What the heck? It's already, weather-wise, warmer than usual. I don't know what's up with that. It's February, well, late February, but it's like in the 70s. I was like, what? Why? I mean, I like it, but it's so early. I'm not used to that. But okay, I'll take it. I'll take it other than the other stuff that I keep hearing about. I'll take it. Oh, right. I keep hearing about people trying to leave America. I'm like, okay. And then there's people like, we don't want you here. You need to work on your country. Like, how? Do you have suggestions? I hate when people say, like, you need to fix your country first. Like, we're the ones. Like, you chose the politicians. Like, yeah, but the politicians, outside of voting, that's it. The ones who have all the money, they're the ones who have to do the something, and they're not doing it. So it's like, now what? What do you do? You know? And so it's kind of funny how people make these weird remarks about, you have to fix your country. Like, yeah, if we had the money and power these guys have, but we don't. So that's not really up to us to decide. It's really funny and really rich about some people saying such things. Plus, they like to talk bad about, like, I notice a lot of anti-American things. It's like, oh, you picked that president. Blah, blah. I'm like, not all of us voted for that, you know. And so it's really annoying hearing these people know about all of the America things, and yet they never even stepped into the country. So it's kind of funny and annoying at the same time. Plus, it's kind of sad too. Like, people want to love this country, and yet there's a stupid stuff happening that people don't want to fix. Like, there's so many things to fix, and they choose things that clearly don't need the money. And then one thing I did hear about was how they have made investigations on where a lot of the money in the government's been going to, and they're going to stupid ass things like unnecessary research on bullshit. I'm gonna say it like that. It's like, really? That's where that money's been going to? While our schools are suffering and closing down? Like, this is what you want? Like, apparently so. And they do mention sometimes they want their citizens stupid and docile, and to always, they want to fit in, you want to belong, be a part of the group, but at what cost? You don't want to question things. You just have them, you know, do the criteria from the school, and the school's criteria is like just endorsing how it's good to be a hard worker. And what do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be a part of, you know, be a city and county worker. You want to do this. You want to, you know, it's like, whoa, man, that's, I'm tired. So that's why I'm trying to not look too much online as well, not just the impressionable people, but myself, because there's so much of that, and I'm tired. I'm not the brightest crayon on the box. I know that much about myself, but I do know when it's time to stop looking at that stuff. Otherwise, if you're not careful and your mental space is not healthy, you can really succumb to like this downward spiral of the world is ending and this and that. Like, if it's gonna end, make sure we're all dead at this point, okay? Like, I won't feel a thing if I'm not around, but, you know, other people that are still alive, whoops, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm like tired of this kind of, and the thing is, they're using all this clickbait stuff to garner that attention, and it works. It's really annoying, and people will like it, they'll comment on it, and yeah, they're engaging in this kind of content, so they get around quite fast. It's really annoying. And then these poor people that take it way seriously than they should, they get really scared about the future. And I'm like, that's not how that works. You need to calm down. Like, maybe turn that off. Stop looking at that. But they can't. They're so hooked on this stuff that they can't even realize that they need to turn off the internet for a bit, or just do something you're supposed to be doing, not looking at this crap. And so I figured, okay, I'm going to just mind my own damn business. I said my part. You don't want to listen. I'm going to take some level of that advice and go back to my card art. So this is me taking care of myself, doing card art, and I miss it. I had a lot of fun doing it. But even though this is crazy detailed and I should not even be doing it, but here we are. And I want to do other things besides this stuff, but I don't know what to do yet. I can go back to needle felting. I can go back to painting on other things. I can try entirely new things, but don't ask me to do crochet or knitting. I'm not very good at that. I tried looking at tutorials time and time again. It's like hieroglyphics, and if hieroglyphics and gibberish had diarrhea, that was my interpretation. I'm sorry to say. I can't understand it. I suck. For those of you who can do it, I am jealous, but don't bother teaching me. I'm fine. I have a lot of projects to take care of first, so I'm fine with that. But when I do see some of their, I hate saying creations, they show their work to, like, they sell it at craft shops, or they have like their own stalls at the mall or what have you, or I've seen it at the mall in Hawaii before, and it looks so cool, and they made so many. I was like, dang, man, that's so freaking awesome. I wish I can do that. I don't have the patience for that, though, because it does get repetitive just doing this. And you have to know when to turn off, when to go to the next layer, go to this, go to no. Let me just do this. I can't. But I can admire and at least support them with buying their products. That's the least I can do if I have the time and the money. Now, mind you, I keep saying I have to buy one of my friends' merch online, and I haven't done it yet because around the time I mention it, bills are around the corner. I have to pay for groceries, medicines, blah, daily things. And then, oh, shoot. Oh, man. Maybe next week. I hope. Because there's another bill coming up, and it's a frigging insurance bill. Oh, yeah, I hear so much stuff about health insurance, too. I don't want to make myself even more depressed about that. Let me take a swig. Ugh. Oh, gosh. And that's tea. So this is what I have so far. I didn't do very much. I did try to fill this in this area more. I think this is also a red. I'm not sure. I did look up the armor details, and my God, I'm so glad I only have to do this. If I had to do the entire body, I don't think I'll be able to finish that. Not even in 2 weeks, just because there's just so much going on. But this is definitely fun to do. Just try at your own risk. You want to lose confidence in yourself, work on Black Myth Wukong Destiny 1's art. But there's so many other characters I want to work on as well, not just the Destiny 1 Jubaja, though I do have ideas for Jubaja. Conscience Star is a big maybe, but her design's a little weird, so I might tweak some things here and there. There's also, what else? Yin Tiger. The Tiger Vanguard. Not the one with the robe, the one that has a belt diaper thing going on. Also the bear. I also want to work on the bear. Headless dude, headless monk guy. I want to draw him without the head. I don't like his head. But there was a picture of the Black Myth Wukong merch that he has, like, that one looked pretty cool. I'm just not very keen with his mustache. I liked you better without the head. But he seems like a cool guy. Gave me the pluck of many feature. That's nice of him. He didn't have to. Who else can I paint? Because I have they have so many characters. Snake Woman. I like the Snake Woman. She actually sounds like the most human of them all, even though her neck is like 10 feet tall. But I liked her character, all right. And then, who else? That prince that was like in the prison who keeps feeling sorry for himself. That's a big maybe. He didn't do much. Arlongshan I already drew, but the armor stuff, I don't know. I'm a little intimidated. And then oh, I can do this. Okay. I have to draw on a line. Oh my gosh. Okay, good to know. Well, I have to draw the lines again anyway, so it's not necessarily, oh, I have to destroy my art. No, I have to draw over and over again. That's fine. Because the other part is all dark, and I have to make it darker too. Yeah, I'm not very good at painting. Even though I do this, I'm not very good at it, but I do it anyway because it's fun. Not because, like, I am an artiste, I can do whatever I want. Like, nah, I want, but it's just I have limitations, and I accept that. It sucks, but I accept that. Oh my god. Okay, there is that, and then around here, yeah, I have a lot to draw over in a bit. Whoops. Oops. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I do, I don't know what I'm doing. I just let's see how it goes and just figure it out. That's basically me. I don't really make a plan. I just okay, let's see. This is kind of small. I might have to fit in on 3 cards. Let's tape them together like this, and then let's see how much I can fit. And this is pretty good. So I am glad that this is the size that I can work on, because there's a lot more outside of that. It's oh my god, I'm so glad I don't have to do that much. This is a lot of work. And then this is just a card art. If I have to do a real painting, oh my gosh, I still need to work on that Venom painting. That's I took it out the other day and it just sat under my desk for 2 nights and I didn't do anything. I put it back on the wall. Oh my god. But hopefully later this week I can take a stab at continuing it, because I'm ugh. I need to get that done too, because I need to post it. I have so many projects. I'm like so close to finishing, and then I just lost interest or I got distracted with life. And then by the time I remember, several weeks to a month or more pass, and oh, I hate it. I hate it, but that's what I do. But if I like it again, like, oh, I should finish it, then there's a good chance I can fix it. Probably. Because there are instances where, do I have, I don't have it here, I think. The head from, what is it? The Max, what's his face? Mr. God. I had his, I did a painting of his head. I love that scene so much. It scared the hell out of me, but it just left quite the impression in my mind that I had to repaint it. And then I stopped. I stopped for several months. And then I looked at it again, like, oh, I should work on it. And I did. I did complete it. I don't have it in my room right now. It's in the other room. But I enjoyed and was so glad I actually finished it, because usually if I really am intimidated and I just give up, I will give up. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Screw that. But I'm so glad I did not. And I should probably post it again, but I'm like, also, I have to find it. It's somewhere in the room. I know where it is. It's just I have to look for it first. Okay, so there is that. And then, oh my God, this is so ew. Because I have to go over it with like a very pale green of some kind. And then this has some lighting too. Ugh. Ugh. Who else do I want to paint? There's also Jubaja as a boar. That one was actually interesting. Also, when Jubaja was evil, or he was brainwashed. I might do that one too. Spider Girls. That is a big fat maybe, because I didn't really get a good clean look at some of them. Only the main ones. Probably the main ones, because people are more familiar with those. What else is there? I don't remember. The ones that people would probably like, I will not do that just because I can do what I want. There's some other ones. I'm trying to remember what else I can do. Okay, so there is some light attempts, but I still have to cover this. Oh God, I don't want to do that. I have to, in order to continue. Okay, maybe I could do this one instead. Do I have the, what? I mean, I can hang around a little bit longer because I felt bad for that stupid phone call that disrupted. It wasn't that long, for those of you who showed up late. It was just, I didn't like being disrupted. That's just me being annoyed with people calling me when I don't want them to call me. But it's not even a real person. It's an automated message telling me to call them back. I'm like, I don't call them back. I hate phones. I probably will do it tomorrow because I have early dismissal today with my little chubby, and I have to cook. I don't like cooking. I can do it, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. I only do simple things though. Let's see. 1 minute 23. No, one minute. I'm sorry. 1 hour 23. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I read things and the first thing that comes to mind is the wrong thing. I know it's the other correct thing, but then my brain does not like to work sometimes. So here we are. Okay. So, oh God, there's also a pail. Oh my God, this is annoying. So this is the downside of me trying to figure out how do I paint this without the gift of Photoshop / tab. I could do this, but it's already doing that. I want to do this way. Probably. And I do have Procreate, funny enough, but it's been I haven't used it actively since last year. I should, because later on I'll be told oh, why you don't even use it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God. So I have to hear that crap. It's because I think if I used it more often when I was younger, I would have liked it a lot more, but I got it so late. And by the time I tried, I was a little addicted for 2 weeks, and then I stopped. I'd rather do this. Is that a good choice? I don't know. but I like this more. You know what? Funny thing though is I did not like this at first. I used to be big on wanting to do digital art, but I think what stopped me was the fact that my stuff crashed. I always had crappy computers, and so my stuff crashed all the dang time. And so when it kept crashing and crashing and crashing, I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And so I stopped doing Photoshop for the longest time. And then when I have a chance to use it again, which is like recent years, I don't want to deal with it anymore. It's like, ugh, I gotta deal with this crap again. And then sometimes even when I do use it, it still crashes. Not as much, but it still has that crash on the time when I decide not to save. I have that. It's like, that's my stupid luck kicking in. I don't have good luck. I don't have bad luck. I have stupid, dumb, annoying luck that kicks me in the foot when I don't do precautions. And then it's like, oh, guess what? You messed up again. Didn't save. But that is such as life, I suppose. But I do have a lot of fun making this stuff, regardless of my shortcomings in Photoshop, shortcomings in doing digital art in general. This is definitely fun. I think it's fun. I don't know if other people agree, but that whatever. I like it. But then people keep saying, like, why don't you make money out of it? Because I don't want to deal with the extra headache and dealing with taxes right now. And plus, I can't afford to do that. I don't let people know if I need to do, I do commissions. I usually only tell my friends. And that's if I feel like it. Which is super rare. Because I don't have enough time. Plus, sometimes, also, like I mentioned, my health is not the best. So even though I look and sound like, oh, she seems healthy, she seems young, like, there are just times where my health is not so great, and it kind of messes my schedule with getting things done. So sometimes, like, guess what? You have a tummy ache. You can't work on your project as fast. And then I'm always apologetic, and I let them know if something goes down. And like, I'm sorry, like, things happen. And I'm so grateful that the few friends that I have are super patient with me, because complete strangers, I cannot guarantee they will feel like that. They may be like, I need it now. Why aren't you this? You know, there's always that type of person you'll encounter when you do business. And I already know all that stuff. Okay. It's not like I don't know the things. I do know the things, but at the same time, I don't have that kind of resilience as much as I used to, despite how I sound. So sometimes people think I'm lying. Like, you're not sick at all. Stop lying. Yeah, well, I'm like in a fetal position on the bed. Sure, why not? Think what you want to think. Okay, so this is here. This is here. I'm trying to get most of this done so I have some kind of level of improvement. So then I'll shut up. I swear. Oh crap, there's yellow in here too. Fudge. Lots of fudge. And I also try to take it upon myself to swear less, because it doesn't sound very good after a while. People try to sound super edgy. I'm unique because I curse and bleh. And I'm like, And then when you say it yourself, and then you hear those kinds of people talking like that, it's like, oh God, do I sound like that? I hope not. And so aside from that, I also have a kid, so I'm trying to not sound as that. It helps a little bit. But, some slip-ups happen. It happens, and just deal with it. That's it. Don't be too nuts about that stuff. But yeah, I try not to swear as much, just because I feel like if I do that too much, I sound kind of gross. If other people want to sound like that, that's on their own time, and I don't judge them on that. I just go the other way, especially if I have my kid around. I don't want them to say, like, what does that mean? Like, yeah. I don't want to deal with that right now. Enjoy his innocence of lack of bad words until he starts saying them too. I have to brace myself around age 12, 10 to 12, because the age range for saying bad words, especially with the exposure to the internet, the ages have been getting younger and younger. And I've heard some kids, not in his school, but just in general, just saying really awful, ratchet things that they got from the internet. I'm like, how soon till my kid succumbs to this trend of potty words? And it's going to be sooner than I think. And I'm like, oh, gosh. I'm trying my best to not sound like that, too. So, yeah. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm a better person. It's just, I don't like sounding like that anymore. Maybe once upon a time it was okay, but now I'm like, oh, I don't want to sound like that. I don't want to sound like that. Only like maybe sheer frustration or someone had it coming. Okay, I'll let that slide. But other than that, I just don't want to be like that too much. I want to be better than that. Probably. And I'm probably not. Oh no, I made a boo-boo. Okay, so there's that. And I still have to add a little bit more, but I think I'm going to have to stop here because it's getting late and I need to have somewhat of a late lunch. So I ate a bit extra during breakfast. What the hell was I doing? Okay. So this is what I have so far. Yay. This is not the best. I will figure something out. I think I have to use actual white for this. I was trying to avoid it, but it is a bright light, so shining on that angle, so I have to figure something out. Oh, shoot, there's also this. Oh, my gosh. I'm looking at the reference now where I missed a spot. It's like there's this area where it's also lighted, so I don't want to hang around here too long because I think if I had this kind of schedule on a Thursday or a Tuesday, even a Friday, I don't mind staying on longer, but I think it's not a bad thing just because I picked Wednesday because I kind of forced myself to get ready faster and I don't have to like lumber around too long. And I don't know how good this live stream is because I know I only get not even 5 people. Because I was watching a live stream yesterday and he got I was like, oh man, he's like 1,900K viewers are watching. I'm amongst them. And I was like, that's really cool. But I think our personalities are very different. And so I admire that. And he managed, and this is not like an overnight thing. He had YouTube for a long time. And I was like, yeah, he worked hard to get to what he has now. So I'm like, and he's way younger than me. But at the same time, I can admire someone, even if they are younger than me. I know there's some old people oh gosh, these youngins always relying on YouTube and social media for income. Why can't they get a real job? Oh my God. Low key, they're jealous. They're low key jealous saying that. And it's okay to feel jealous. Man, I wish I had that. But at the same time, it's okay to acknowledge that they worked hard. They did so much. They endured so much to come up this far. That's cool. But then there are some people who don't understand that concept and they just oh, why can't I do what they do? And it's not an overnight thing. Plus, he was giving advice on people if they want to start their YouTube channel is to start off not having money as the incentive, as the motivation to do YouTube. And I think I agree with that because I don't have any money intentions right now. I mean, it'll be there eventually, but right now it's I just want to see if I can actually do it. With things I like, but people also like clickbait, things that attract attention. I don't do that. I don't want to be that popular, but I just want to make sure I can actually do it and still be motivated to do that and be consistent. I know that I have some inconsistencies, I'm sorry, with my schedule sometimes because I'm not single. And then I do try to let you guys know as well as on Instagram. And other than that, I am still pretty okay with wanting to do this more, even though I have very few people watching. But thank you so much if you do. I always appreciate that you do. I'm not very sure how to express that properly, but I mean it. I mean it. So yeah, what did I do today? It was a little bit haphazard because there was a stupid phone call. Then I showed my stationery. I'd shown some card progress. I did a card test on some new cards. I'm I'll try to fix it. I'm not liking the brown so much. I might try to fix it somehow, make it more pastel. That is a possibility. Then I tried another card. This one's kind of funny, but also kind of cute because I like the flower placement there. But ultimately, I worked the most on this. It's not that much, but I think this needs to be bigger, but I still have a grace period, I swear. these things here are the bane of my existence, but I'll try to figure something out. Maybe I could hide it with a mist or something. I like to hide my mistakes one way or another. That's what I do, and that's okay, especially if it works for the painting. If it works against your painting, I don't know what to say. Just try something else or just finish the dang painting. Or start all over, but I don't recommend that, especially if you work so hard on it. Sorry, I giggle. So yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Thank you guys for showing up and sticking around as long as you have. I appreciate it oh so much. I know I should say other synonyms, but I'm not very good with words. But thank you so much for joining. I'll see you again next week, same time, unless something happens. I'll let you guys know. Next Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is Delion getting on out of here. Have the great rest of your day, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time at that same place. Thank you, and bye-bye.